Hey, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, with you one more time to talk about 401ks and annuities. Should you transfer your 401k accumulation value to an annuity? Don't ask that question to a lot of people out there because their answer will be, yes, you should. You should buy my annuity. It's a little bit deeper than that, and we're going to dig in to see if you even need an annuity, and if you do, which type, and the questions to ask, and how to go about using the right annuity calculators to find the best contractual guarantee. So the question is, can I transfer my 401k to an annuity? Yes, but the bigger question is, should you? And with that, I'll be back in 2 seconds, more like 10 seconds, after this musical interlude. Okay, so you got this 401k, you've been putting money into it, it's growing, it's growing, it's growing. What do you want to do? If you've gone to the Bad Chicken Dinner seminar and that person has found out that you can roll your 401k, boy, they're pounding you in the table to do that. That doesn't mean you should, because annuities have specific things that they solve for. Primarily, principal protection, income for life, legacy, and long-term care. Those are the 4 things that they pretty much solve for. So if you need to solve for one of those 4 things, again, the acronym's PIL, principal protection, income for life, legacy, and long-term care, you might need an annuity. Now, from there, I ask 2 questions to all my clients. It's this: what do you want the money to contractually do, and when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? And if your answer to that is, I need income to start in 6 months, or I need income to start in 3 months, or I need income to start in a year, using those 401k assets, then maybe an annuity for lifetime income makes sense. But be sure that you're shopping all carriers for the highest contractual guarantee. Do not allow annuity agents or advisors to say, this is the one, this one does everything, it's a hybrid, it does all the things you need, and you should just put all your money in one. That's complete garbage. You need to shop for contractual guarantees, and with lifetime income, it's all about your life expectancies, or if you're setting it up joint, life expectancies, 2 lives, right, for as long as you live. Interest rates play a secondary role, so you can't time rates. There's not a perfect time to buy it because it's life expectancy based. Just like your Social Security, when you wait till you're 70 to turn it on, it's a higher payment than if you turn it on when you're 65. Why? Because you're older and your life expectancy is less, which means the payments are fewer, which means the payments are higher. Annuities work the same way. In fact, Social Security is an annuity. Your pension, if you're so fortunate, is an annuity. So let's talk about 401k transfers. How does that work? First of all, it's a non-taxable event. It's not going to trigger any taxes. You're going to transfer from the 401k to an IRA that's established for you at the annuity company. If you don't need an annuity, you just transfer it to an IRA and go from there. Bottom line is this: if you don't need income or principal protection, in most cases, you don't need an annuity. You don't need to transfer your 401k to an annuity. It's going to be a direct transfer, an IRA to IRA transfer, not a 1035 transfer. 1035 is the same non-taxable event, but it's when you're using non-IRA money or non-qualified money. 401k money, IRA money, is classified as qualified money, meaning it's been tax deferred. So when you transfer it to the annuity and you start taking income from the annuity, that income stream is going to be fully taxable at ordinary income rates. Not the total amount, that transfer tax deferred, and it's a non-taxable event, but once the income starts coming out of that IRA, then it's going to be a taxable event. You know, I actually did another video that's called, Can You Transfer Your IRA to an Annuity, which corresponds with Can You Transfer Your 401k to an annuity? The answer is yes in both, so I would encourage you to go to that because it digs a little deeper into this, but we're talking about 401ks. Now, one of the things you're going to have to do if you make the decision and you contact us at theannuityman.com and we go through all the scenarios, run the quotes with our calculators for you, and we decide on exactly what you need, we can take care of all the paperwork from start to finish. There might be a situation, however, that you need to talk with your 401k plan administrator to make sure that the money is going to transfer. Sometimes, not all the times, because all these 401k plans are different, you might need to transfer to see if you can transfer that 401k money before you retire. Some will allow you to do that. Some will actually make you wait till retirement to transfer that money. So you need to make sure that you're contacting them, give them exactly what you're thinking about doing. If you made the decision, this is what I'm trying to do, and then my staff at theannuityman.com will work with your plan administrator and the where the money is located and make that transfer a non-taxable event to the annuity at your choice. Now, there's going to be an IRA established for you at that annuity company, so it's a non-taxable event. But once again, there might be a situation during the application process, because we're dealing with a 401k plan, that you might have to lob a call into the 401k plan administrator with us on the phone with you, but it's your money, so you got to call in, and we can talk with them and make sure everything's done and all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. Okay, so let's just say, hypothetically, that we come to the conclusion that an annuity makes sense for you to transfer your 401k to that annuity. In fact, I got a call the other day, same situation, won't mention the company name, huge company. He had this huge lump sum and he wanted to transfer it to an annuity for him and his wife. So the question I had for them is, how do you want to structure it? There's a myriad of ways to structure an annuity policy. You know, people that think that when you die, the annuity company keeps the money. I mean, if you're one of those people that thinks that, it's not true. That's only one of over 35 different ways to structure an annuity payment. So, but I always say, what do you want the money to do? Contractually, when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? So he wanted the income stream to start in 60 days. He wanted it to be for both lives, both him and his wife, meaning that when he passed away, the income stream continued uninterrupted and unchanged for his spouse's life, regardless of how long they lived. But when she died, he wanted to make sure that 100% of any unused money goes to the listed beneficiaries. When I say unused money, remember, annuity income is a combination of return of principal plus interest. So you're drawing down on that account, subtracting in English, you're drawing down on that account. So if it gets to zero, if you outlive your life expectancy, there's nothing there for the beneficiaries, even though they're on the hook to pay for regardless of how long you live. But let's just say both of you unfortunately pass away in an accident. We will structure it, if you want us to, that 100% of any unused money will either go in payment form to the beneficiaries, or they can receive a lump sum. That's really your call on how you want to do it. It's contractual. Annuities pass outside of probate, so it's legal tender. You just have to tell us exactly how you want the money to work. In addition to the lifetime income stream, what type of backstop contractually do you want on that money for your beneficiaries? And also, we can also quote COLAs for you, cost of living adjustment riders, which are increases to the income stream if you want that. But understand, annuity companies do not give that away. So that if you attach a cost of living increase, say 3% increase for the life of the policy, the annuity company is going to drastically lower that initial dollar amount of payment as compared to the same exact annuity without a COLA. So in other words, annuity companies don't give anything away. Bottom line though is, when you go to theannuityman.com and have us quote that, we can quote all those parameters for you, and then we can have a full conversation before you make an informed decision on your terms and on your time frame. Okay, so, wow, I was right in your face, right? It just kind of scared you. So can you transfer the 401k to annuity? Yeah. Should you? Who knows? We need to look into that and dig further. Go to theannuityman.com. I've done podcasts on this as well. You can listen to that. I've written articles on it. I've written blogs on it. You can get my books. I've written books on all different types of annuities. I'll send you those, I call them owner's manuals, for free and under no obligation. Just give us your shipping address. But I'm glad you joined us, and I hope to see you next time on the next video of Stan, the Annuity Man.